Awesome. And welcome everybody to Let's Talk About It. And this is, I think, our fifth episode, if I'm not wrong, right, Ryan?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. Wow, how does it get any better than this? And today we're talking about judgment. And interestingly, Ryan, the minute we announced this, this whole thing about judgment just kind of popped in my universe like in such a big way. Like even this morning before getting onto this call, I was like, okay, wait, whose judgment can I perceive? Wait, am I judging? Am I reacting to some sort of a judgment here? And I was just pocket potting. I was like, okay, we're going to talk about it. So awesome. So take it away.
No, Sangiita, you shouldn't say that. You need to tell people, you and I, we have perfected the ability to not judge. That's why we are doing this call.
And that's not a judgment at all.
Yes, I'm so perfect. I no longer judge. That's why I'm going to do this call with Sangiita.
Absolutely. We are like the saints of access now. We don't do judgment at all.
Okay, so where shall we start? Judgment is actually a huge topic. Like you judge yourself, you judge someone else, or you secretly judge someone else and you pretend you are not. You are judging, but you are like, no, I'm not. That is my awareness. Or maybe someone else judge you, and how you respond to that is also another topic. Like you might feel the judgment totally destroy you, or you fight against the judgment, or you hide yourself in order to avoid judgment. See, this is a huge topic. We can talk until 8 p.m. tonight. Okay.
Yeah, so. I know. So what if we actually started by throwing the question to everyone who's on this call, like what is your question around judgment? Like, because we can go 100 places with this.
Shall we do the good cop, bad cop again?
Yes, you are always the bad cop. You go around muting everybody, including your co-facilitator.
So are you judging me?
Absolutely not. That was just an observation.
All right, so since I'm the bad cop, I will throw the first question out. How many of you love judgment? How many of you judge to prove you are right? You judge other people to try to make you right. Okay, let's see. So you as a good cop, what would you ask?
How many of you have decided that everybody else judges you, but you don't judge anybody?
Oh no, I shouldn't laugh.
I have a question.
Yes, who's that?
Oh.
Jangir.
Hi.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is that in the current situation, early morning, I get up, look out of the window, and I see people on the road, and immediately the judgment comes up. What's this? All our freedom will go away because of these few fools and this and that. And then I popcorn it and I clear it and I'm fine. And next morning it starts all over again.
Okay. All right.
So what is if you could ask us a question, like this is what you've told us what you do, but if you could ask us a question.
The question is, we work around judgment, we pocket and it just comes back. Like, where does it stop, or does it not stop at all? We keep pocketing it all the time.
All right, I just want to mention one thing. So we have a translator translating this simultaneously. So if you are asking question, please slow down a little bit. Otherwise, our translator will judge you.
Okay.
Love
and
that.
She's like, no, I'm not judging. I'm just translating.
Actually, Vinda doesn't judge. She just kills. You don't talk. If you don't talk slowly, you just...
You know, after you ask a question, before we answer you, you feel like, I'm dying. I don't know why. Is it Corona? But no, it's because the translator is killing you.
Everything that brought up a letdown, babe, can we please destroy and create it all?
Right, wrong,
good, bad. So, Jahangir, if I can start by saying that, how prevalent is judgment in the world? there is so much judgment going on in the world. And how aware are you of that?
Yes, I get that, but the question keeps like it's like a loop. I come out of it and it's there again. I come out of it, it's there again.
And what if you didn't judge? So are you judging you for judging?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Are you judging the judges? Are you judging those that judge you? So you are equally judging. Ah.
Cool. So this is how we actually maintain it in our reality as well. We become aware of something and then we align and agree with it, or we resist and react to it. And both these things maintain, like it doesn't allow that to change. What if you could start with like, okay, cool, you became aware of, oh, I'm judging, and then you just went, okay, cool, interesting point of view, and talked and potted that, and didn't like solidify it by judging you for judging, right? And it is going to be an ongoing process. The more you become interesting point of view, then it is like you'll catch it so soon, and then you won't need to go like, you won't need to go into that loop that you were talking about.
Okay.
So
Thanks.
it's whatever that you judge, you become the effect of. You know, like when you judge someone, like this person is so yucky, so wrong, but you feel really terrible. Okay, so whatever you judge, you actually give power to that thing or that person. And the more you judge, the harder it is for you to make changes. So number one, don't judge those people that judge you. Don't judge yourself if you have judgment. Otherwise it's like a multi-layer of judgment. I have judgment. I'm so bad. I'm judging. Oh my God, I just judge again. I'm so bad.
Right.
So,
sorry, that just came on. Yeah, also like, can we like run a clearing over here? Like Ryan, what's coming up for me is like everyone and everything that we have been judging up until now that we are really the effect of at the moment. Can we please now destroy, uncreate, and return it all to sender, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all lines, shots, boys, and beyonds. We do have someone. Oh, sorry, Jahangir. Does that clear something for you?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, is that Rachna?
Hi, it's Geeta.
Hi, Geeta.
Yeah, so I heard that the more you judge yourself, you become the effect of it. Yes. Did I hear it right?
Yeah, yes. The more you judge anything, you become the effect of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now I'm going through a tornado of judgment.
All right. So if you could ask a question here, what would it be?
Yeah. So what question can I ask that would give me awareness of being an interesting point of view at all times rather than being in judgment?
That's a great question to start with. But when you become aware of any judgment, and especially when it starts looping, like you go insane, like I have had those moments as well where my head just doesn't stop and one judgment leads to another and then another and another. And then by the end of it, you just feel like so crap. Like there are a couple of things you can do initially, maybe like just asking, wait, 1 second, who am I being? Who does this belong to? Right? And then return it to sender. And then also running that, the crazy statement.
Yeah.
It generally like helps a lot. For everyone who's on this call and has never heard it, I'll just say it out, but it's part of the Access Foundation class. I think it's also given in the bars now, right, Ryan? The crazy statement?
I think so.
Yes. In the bars.
Yeah, it's in the bars manual. So if you will just run the crazy statement a number of times, like about 20 or 30 times, it starts giving you the space of like everything is the opposite of what it appears to be and nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. When you run this a couple of times, like 20, 30 times, it just like creates a sense of like space. And in that space, you can ask like, what is true for me? Like, who am I being here? And who does this belong to, right? And so often we are so aware of other people's judgment of themselves And if it fits into our story, we make it ours. So everywhere you're using your awareness against yourself, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Right, wrong, good,
Right,
and
wrong,
bad,
good,
talk and
bad,
talk,
talk,
online, shots, boys, and beyond.
yeah. It's like we're aware of like how the insanity of everyone else, and then we try to fit it into our story in the attempt to understand it. So everywhere we're using understanding instead of perceiving. Can we please destroy and uncreate that?
Right, wrong, good, and bad, talk and talk, online, shots, boys, and beyonds.
So Geeta, are you still going through this? Would you like to have a little chat with us where we can ask you like what's going on in your universe and like maybe see if we can get you to a place which is lighter?
Yeah, that's making a lot of sense. And what I'm getting here is it's like going to the basics of the access tools and becoming so present and being willing to use them it's like you said, it's a constant process. It's not like you wait for something to happen and then you start using the tools. So I'm wondering what would it take for me to be constantly in question rather than vortexing down into that space of which is
Thank you so much for bringing this up. And I was having this conversation with a friend, Ryan, and it was so crazy. Like, have you noticed that all of us who are on this call have done bars, like running bars for people, or we do sessions for people? And just like for a minute, perceive, Geeta, I know you do like fabulous work. I've seen you, I've interacted with you, so you're brilliant. And my interesting, like, I just came to it's like how present are we when we are facilitating a session, facilitating a call, when we're facilitating someone else, how present are we? And then as soon as that facilitation gets done, how many of us then relax and check out as if consciousness is something that you can take a break from? So everything that is and everywhere we do that, can we please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad,
Yes.
what, work, all nine shots, boys, and
shots,
beyond.
boys, and
What if consciousness is the one thing you never get to take a break from?
Wow.
that's very bad. That's very sad.
So everything that brought up or let down in all of us, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? And I guess because it's not something we didn't grow up learning this, so it's just something that we need to choose every day, just like joy, ease, glory. What if we chose to be present and conscious every day? And everything that doesn't allow that, can we please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad,
Good and bad,
shots, boys, and beyond.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, honey. Anything else? Like, is there anything else coming up?
Yeah. So how this affects my life majorly is to do with relationships. I am unable to receive judgments from people that are so close to me, and especially to do with a companion or a relationship where I am unable to receive judgments. And that's the area that I am willing to now look at and like, what would it take for me to be an allowance and not
Yeah,
go
I
in my
know.
wrongness. And
So I'm just going to like suggest a couple of things. There is that tour of consciousness video that Dean did on who's your kryptonite. I don't mind sharing the link in the chat as well.
Okay.
And like, if you would listen to that, it's really
Wonderful.
crazy. We all have like one area or one person or one situation that will like is the one place where we will allow ourselves to like forget all consciousness and just spiral down into a rabbit hole and become like crap and feel like crap. So maybe that audio keep on that audio. But this whole corona thing I think is so interesting because those areas are really showing up so that we can finally change them, so that we can finally move forward, because nothing, no past reference points are relevant anymore. Like nothing is the old way, and we too cannot be the same way that we were if we want to move forward with the earth and with all the changes that are happening, right? And interestingly with this, like, The one tool that Dane has recently given us, which is like changing shit like how is like whenever you find yourself in that spot, even if it's a relationship, like if you can just take a couple of nice long deep breaths and just ask like, am I reacting here? And everywhere
Yeah.
I'm reacting, can I now destroy and uncreate it all? And if what action can I take right away to change all of this or to have more
Yeah.
ease? And what if that became the go-to for everything that shows up right now?
It's a tough place to be in. Like, it's so in your body and you're boiling. And no matter how much I do barriers down, I don't know how many lifetimes of whatever shit is locked in my body. I'm like, what the fuck will it take for me to change this and receive all of that with total ease?
Okay, so I'm gonna share something with you, and are you ready for this to like, I don't know, like, I mean, this is really crazy. The first time when like a facilitator asked me this, it just blew my freaking world, and then it took me another 15 days to truly get it, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. And so what have you decided is like the toughest, the hardest, the most like thing in your life, and everything that is can be first destroyed and create it all. Right, wrong,
Right, wrong, good and bad,
all
talk
nine
about
shots.
online shots, boys and beyond.
And what if this is exactly where your greatest potency, capacity, and ability lie? So what potency, capacity, and ability with relationships do you have that you're using against you?
Ooh.
Everything that is destroying and created all.
Please, yeah.
Right, wrong,
Yes,
good and bad,
yes,
talk
yes.
about online shots, boys and beyond.
So
Can you repeat that?
what capacity, abilities, potencies do you have with relationships that you are using against? And everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that, destroy and uncreate all of that. Can we please destroy and uncreate?
Yes,
Right,
thank
wrong, good and
you.
bad, talk about
Purple
online
Nine Shots, Boys and Beyonds. Yeah, you're so welcome, Rita.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta. Thank you.
You are so
Thank you,
welcome.
Ryan.
You're welcome.
Ooh. Ryan, do you have
actually,
anything to add to that? Like, yeah.
Well, my question for her would be, what if it's not that complicated? What if it's not that hard, the whole thing? All it requires is your willingness to not be right. Okay, we always have this
that
need
one.
to be right, and we have this need to be not
Yeah,
wrong.
that part. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm a super willing bitch.
But it's not wrong to be controlling, but control for more, not control for less. And like, what if you were willing to, like, what if like that right wrong clearing, right? I love it. So okay, truth, how many of us would rather be right than free? Everything that is. Can we
if
please
you are not
destroy and
raising your
create it all?
hand, you are lying to yourself. That's what I want to say.
I'm gonna raise both my hands and my legs. Right? So how many of us would rather be right, as though being wrong is like forever and the end of everything? What if you were willing to, you don't have to be right or wrong. What if you were willing to just be interesting point of view and like, so yeah, so how many of us would rather be right than free? And everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong,
Right,
good,
wrong,
bad,
good and
pop,
bad,
rock,
all nine
all
shots,
nine
boys and
shots,
beyond.
boys
So,
and beyond.
in order to be right, what have you lost?
Oh,
have you
that
lost your
one.
freedom? Have you lost your joy? Have you lost your peace? Have you lost being you? Oops. Everything that is times a godzillion will now destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and hot, all nine shots, boys and beyond. Someone was saying, haha. That's very funny. So in order to be right, what have you given up? What have you lost in exchange for being right? So everything that is times a godzillion will now destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and hot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, so
Ooh.
the need to be not right, but if you can give up the need to be right, it gives you the biggest freedom possible. Okay. I know you might think like, okay, well, it seems really hard. If you have that point of view, you are going to make it even harder. What if it's not that hard? It just requires you constantly choosing it again and again and again and again. So everywhere that you have decided to not judge, it's too hard. Judging is too easy. Judging is what you are so used to. Judging is natural to you. Will you please describe and create it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, punk and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay.
I also like how interesting it is, right? Like, I mean, I grew up in a family where we use judgment as the motivation to change. So how many of us use judgment as a motivation to change? As though if we judge ourselves hard enough, we will finally like choose something else. Everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? Right? How much
Right, wrong,
do
good
we,
and bad, punk and pot,
yeah.
all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Like how much do we have to judge ourselves to finally go like, okay, enough, now I'll choose something else. Everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And like how much of that was done to us as a kid? Like when I was growing up and as a child, it was like whenever somebody said, you can't do this, or you're not good enough, or you're like, I use that as an impetus to like choose and like be something. But that is not like everywhere that is not true choice, because that is more like, again, the whole cycle of I'll show you, but that too from the point of you're wrong, I'm right. I'll show you how wrong you are about me. Not will this choice create more for me? Like, if I choose this, what will that create in my life? Like, perceive the space of that. Perceive the space of being willing to choose what works for you versus all the choices you're doing to defend you being right and someone else being wrong, or someone being right and you being wrong. Everything that brought up or let down, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? And yes, it is.
Right,
like
wrong, good and
Geeta,
bad, punk and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
yeah, and Geeta is asking if that's an operative space. Yeah, for some of us it is, because that's what we've learned. That's what we've seen growing up, right? But like, what if you could just pock and pot that, and it's not even your like, is it just asking this, like, okay, wait, is this really my reality, and is it really working for me? And if I was, like Ryan said, like if you were truly being you, what would you choose? Everything that is, can we please destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, bad.
Right, wrong, good and bad, punk and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. I would like to share something about this. It's like, I still remember this. Many years ago, I attended an online class. The title has something to do with the addiction to judgment. Okay, so and then during that class, I remember I asked a question. I was like, I need to know where I am wrong so that I can use the tools to improve myself. So I only function from improving. Something is not right here, I fix it, so I improve. Oh, another mistake here, so I fix it, so I get better. So this is something so deeply rooted in me, and for most people, is you don't really have true choice anymore. Every choice that you make is about, I need to see where is wrong, then I need to know what is right to fix that. And then once you fix that, you find the next thing to fix and the next thing to fix. And what's hidden is you also find the next thing that is wrong so that you have something to fix. And very often you find that wrong thing in you. You want to know where you are wrong, then you can improve. How many of you have learned this way of functioning or this way of thinking? Okay, so everywhere that judgment has a value in place, judgment becomes the source of guidance. Wow, it guides you to be a better person. Will you please describe and create it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, punk and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay.
So
Wow.
interesting that you say that, right? And like, I see this all the time in all my classes, and I say this all the time when I facilitate someone, that when you look for something, you will find it. So when you start looking for what's wrong about you or what there is to fix, you will find that problem. You will find that wrong. What if instead you change that and ask for what's right about me? What is possible here? Instead of trying to fix, what if it was about what else can I choose? And like the one thing that like Gary always says, that healing is a side effect of consciousness, right? So when I heard that, like I really asked, like, okay, what was that? Like can universe, can you show me how this works? And I just, the more conscious you get, the more possibilities you choose. Healing, fixing, something getting okay is a domino effect of the choices you make. When you put your energies into possibilities, all problems get solved. And everywhere you're not willing to have the ease of that, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong,
Right,
good
wrong,
and
good and
bad,
bad,
God
wrong
and
and
pop,
hot,
all
nice,
night,
that's boys and
shots,
beyond.
boys and beyond. Because that's the same energy that you will focus on fixing a problem, and that same energy you can actually focus on as perceiving a possibility and choosing something else. And what if it is not about fixing you? No matter how many years you've been judging, no matter how freaking judgmental you've decided you are, what if it's like, okay, you know what? Cool. Is it still working for me? No. What else can I choose? What else is available here? And what if it's not about fixing all the places that I judge, all the ways that I judge, all the ways I'm wrong because I judge? What about taking all of that and going like, okay, what else is possible for me to choose? And everything else just becomes like a side effect. And like the healing happens because you're choosing more consciousness. And everywhere you're not willing to perceive, no, be, and receive the ease. Can you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, buckle, 9 shots, boys and girls.
Okay.
Cool.
Strange. I cannot find the chat button in my Zoom. I cannot see the conversation.
Really?
That's very strange.
It should be next to the participants.
Strange. I can find it now, but it's a different place.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so someone raised his hand or her hand. I'm not sure. Is it?
Yeah, there
Do you
was
have a question?
Rachna had a question. Rachna, do you still have a question? She'd raised her hand. Cool. Anyone else has a question? There is a question on the chat. Someone did ask whether judgments invite demons. What do you know? What do you know, guys? What do you know?
I need to lower her hand first. Otherwise, it's distracting to me. I keep seeing like someone raising their hand. Okay,
Awesome.
so for judgment, let's put it this way: judgment is not real. Okay, so when someone judges you, it doesn't mean you are wrong. It doesn't mean that person is right at all. When someone judges you, all it means is someone else is being judgmental. That's it. Okay. So if you try to avoid judgment, you are quite insane because you are trying to avoid something that is not real.
So everywhere we've done that, can we please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad, shots, boys and beyonds. Yeah.
And it's the same for you as well. When you judge someone else, you just think you are very right. No, you're still not right. Okay, you just maybe you judge because you want to be right, but it doesn't make you right. Or maybe you judge because you don't want to be wrong. It's like if I can show that someone else is wrong, it means I'm not wrong. So you really need to get over all the need of being right, the need of being wrong or being not wrong. Once you get all this, you reach a space of, I don't care about judgment anymore. You can judge me, yeah, feel free. I'm still me. I'm still doing whatever I want to do. I'm still having fun. Okay, so And you will also stop fighting against judgment. If you have the need to fight against judgment, you still want to be right. Okay, I want to share one quick clearing. It's not that quick. It came up from my foundation class last week. Most of us, when we encounter judgment, we react, and we only react in 3 ways. Number one, we avoid. So, in order to avoid judgments, you have to judge you first. Inside your mind, you will have to analyze all the possibilities. If I do this, who will judge me? If I do this, who will judge me? Oh, if I do this, no one will judge me. Yes, this is safe. So you are trying to make a safe choice that won't trigger judgment. Or the second reaction that a lot of people have is you fight against judgments. When someone judges you, you judge back. No, I'm not wrong. You are wrong. Okay, stop telling me I'm wrong. Okay, when you do that, it doesn't work. And the third reaction is you totally buy into it. Someone tell you are wrong, and you just feel like, yes, I'm wrong. And then your whole world just shrink smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So everywhere that we have that, let's change that. Yes. So the clearing that I had was, what jails are you using to create the dominance of E equal MC square of only avoiding judgment, fighting against judgments, or being destroyed by judgments, and never truly create beyond judgment and create beyond this reality, and allow judgment to be a contribution to you.
Everything that is right, wrong, good, bad, talk, all 9 shots, boys and beyond. That was awesome, Ryan. Can we do that one more time?
Yes.
So what jails are you using to create the dominance of E equal MC square of only reacting to judgment with avoiding it, fighting it, or being destroyed by judgments, instead of creating beyond this reality and beyond judgments, and allow judgments to be a contribution to you.
And everything that doesn't allow that, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, talk, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Awesome. That is freaking awesome. So in everything that you shared just now, what came up for me is everywhere we make judgments personal, can we please destroy and uncreate it all?
What? It's not personal?
No, that's like the mic drop, bomb drop awareness, right? Like everywhere we've made judgment personal, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, talk, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Like Ryan said, it's not personal. It's like when someone judges you, it's giving you an information about them. And the other thing also is like no one can judge you unless you won't get affected or triggered by someone's judgment unless you already have that judgment of you in your universe. And everything that doesn't allow us to perceive, nor be, and receive that, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, talk, all 9 shots, boys. Yeah, you know, it's so interesting. Like I give this example in my classes most of the time, that if you're walking on the street and someone screams out another name, let's say I'm walking on the street and someone says, Ryan, I may turn back because I know Ryan, or I want to see who's screaming out so loudly on the street. And I'm like, I wonder what that person requires, but I'm not going to take that home and like keep wondering like who was calling me and then drive myself crazy as to who was calling me. For me to get triggered and get a reaction out of me, they have to call my name. They have to say Sangeeta for me to turn and then like wonder who's calling me. And then like if I can't find that person, take it home. And I was like wondering who's that is. So if you are getting triggered, like if somebody calls you mean or rude or a bitch, the only time you will get triggered is because you already believe you are one or that you are that. So everywhere you're not seeing the gift in this, and like you go like, oh cool, I have that judgment of me, and now I can talk about that so that it's not a trigger in my universe anymore. Can we please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad.
Right, wrong, good, and bad, talk, and thought, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Beyonds, yeah.
Okay. So if you have no judgments, you can receive everything. If you are not willing to receive a specific judgment, you have a judgment about that. So as Sangeeta said, so let's say someone say you are a bitch. You must have a lot of points of view about bitch in order for you to have reaction. If you have no point of view about it, you're like, yes, I'm a bitch. Do you want me to be even more bitchy? I can show you that. Try me, right? So,
Absolutely.
so it doesn't mean you're a bitch, but it's something available to you. You can be a bitch when you need to be one. And if you don't need to be a bitch, you don't need to be a bitch. You don't walk around 24/7 as a bitch as well. Okay.
You know, Ryan,
So-
I have to share this. I have to share this conversation that I had with like one of the facilitators here. He's a dear friend, and I was just talking to him, and I was like, you know what? Like we were talking about how how we have these judgments that people are not nice or people are nice, and I was just talking about that, and he's like, honey, nice is a dress. Dresses are nice. People are not nice. People can be anything they choose. You're an infinite being. You get to be any energy you choose. If you don't have a judgment about it, you can receive from it. You can be anything that is required to get shit done. So if it requires you to be a bitch in some places, you can choose it. And if you decide to be loving and nice because that is what's going to create more, you can be that. But if you have a judgment, like Ryan said, if you have a judgment on something, you will never be that. And so you will never be able to change that situation because you're not willing to be the energy that is required to change that situation. You're an infinite being, and an infinite being can be anything and do anything that they desire. Everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad.
Right, wrong, good, bad, wrong, and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Yeah.
So in order to get over this reaction and resistance, there's a very simple clearing process that you all can use. So all of you think about one thing that you hate it when people judge you that way. Like for example, you shouldn't say that I'm selfish, you shouldn't say that I'm bitchy, you shouldn't say this or that. Okay?
Manipulative.
Whatever. Manipulative, and what else? So
fat.
I can't think of fat, ugly, or fat and ugly.
Fat and ugly.
Or fat and ugly and poor. Okay,
or dumb,
so
stupid.
Okay, so whatever it is that whenever people deliver that judgment to you, you always react. Think about that. And here's the process. What energy, space, consciousness can you be that would allow you to be that? So that would allow you to be stupid, for example. They will allow you to be ugly, for example. Everything that doesn't allow that, times a godzillion, will now destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay? Keep doing this. Whatever that you feel like you cannot be, you don't want to be, just keep filling the blank. Okay, so one more time, what energy, space, consciousness can you be that would allow you to be ... Okay, fill in the blank. Everything that doesn't allow that, times a godzillion, we will now destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, up and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
And that is so cool because what you resist persists. So if you resist being that judgment, whatever that is you're judging, then it is going to continue to persist in your life. But if you are willing to be that, then it becomes a total choice, that which means I don't have to be it, but I'm also willing to be it if it is going to create freedom. And everything that doesn't allow you to have that total choice, can we please destroy and create all of that?
Right, wrong, good and bad, top and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So this is how it works, because I can hear some people like, what? I don't want to be this. Why do you tell me to be the energy space of and consciousness to be that, right? If you are not willing to be it, that's because you have judgment. And because of you have judgments, you will always be the effect of whoever judged you that way. So this clearing process will take you out of reaction. Yeah. Okay, so really use it.
So what have you said? You will never be that you are the effect of for all eternity. Everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it?
Right, wrong, good and bad, half and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Yeah, we have 2 people who've raised their hand for a question, but I just want to run this one clearing. So who have you decided you will never be that you are at the effect of for all eternity? And everything that is, can you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad.
Right, wrong, good and bad, half and part, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Boys and beyonds. Awesome. Should we just take the questions? Yeah. So we have Shobha and we have Anik. So Shobha, do you want to go first? I know that you've had your hand up for a very long time. Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Could you be louder?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So my question is that I see myself judging my present situation or interaction or with my people into relationship, like with my family people or my friends, referring the past,
Okay.
what they have said, which I'd heard, though like life has really have like we have really come across years, been years, still those things, like at times I see, okay, fine, she's not calling up, doesn't bother, like she doesn't bother, like I see like some past references which at times, like which is making me judge which at present situations. So how can I really address it, like those past really taking over the present at times?
Ryan. I'm doing
Don't look at me.
I am doing the Indian woman thing right now. I'm going like, Ryan.
I don't really get it. Okay. So,
Okay. So all the past references that you are operating from, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all of that, Shobha?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine, short boys, and beyond. And again, the energy that's coming up for me is, how right do you want to be about everything you're judging these people for whatever they did in the past?
Yes.
That does not allow you to have anything new, anything different show up with them. Everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
right,
Right
wrong,
and
good and
wrong,
bad,
good,
talking
bad,
about
but
unconscious boys and beyonds.
yeah. And like, how much of that is like also like, so what's coming up here for me is, everywhere you are using judgments to reject them as if it's rejecting them, but in effect you are really just rejecting you. Can you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad,
talking about
fun box,
unconscious
all
boys and
nine,
beyond.
shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because anything you judge, you reject and separate from, and then you cannot receive from them. Right? And then how much of that is also like, so how many judgments of you do you have? How many judgments of you do you have that you have to prove right with the rejection, separation, and judgments you are using, of others you are using? Everything that is, can you please destroy and uncreate it all? So what is that one judgment of you in relationships that you are holding on to so tightly? Like, what is it? What is it that you believe always happens to you in all relationships, or every relationship is that you experience is always like this? What is that?
This one thing which is coming up so strongly, like with each and everyone, is you don't care and bother.
Okay, cool. So truth. Do you want to go for this, Ryan? I can see like stuff like
I, I actually, I'm not sure is it the internet or what. I can't really hear
here.
the question
Okay.
clearly, but I got a few things here. Like,
Yeah.
so it's similar to what you asked, but what have you decided is definitely right about you, and what have you decided is definitely wrong about you? Because you have decided that's definitely wrong about you. You will not use who does that belong to. You will not use interesting point of view. You will not use the clearing statement.
Yeah.
So you would just keep proving you are definitely wrong or right that way. So what is
And
it that you have
everything.
decided is definitely wrong about you and right about you? Wow.
Everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad,
and
but
bad,
work
talking
online,
about
shots.
online, but right and beyond.
And I do want to just like pick that up, where you said they don't care. Okay. So everywhere you've decided they don't care, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. I do want to talk about this because this is something that's been coming up in a lot of like things that I'm doing right now. What have you decided caring is that it isn't? Everything that is, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. And what have you decided caring isn't that it is? And everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong,
Right,
good and
wrong,
bad,
good,
how we
bad,
brought
bad.
up and beyond.
So everywhere when we like someone, everywhere we've decided, where have you decided? All of us, like, because the topic, somehow the three questions that have come up is around relationship. I just want to ask you guys, like, where have you decided that just because you like someone, they are like you? Everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pork, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you've decided, just because you like someone, they are exactly like you and they will do everything like you. And unless they do it like you, it means they don't care. Can we please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong,
Right
good
and
and bad,
wrong, good and bad, pot and
all
pork, all
nine
nine
shots.
shots, boys and beyonds. Like, what caring are they being that you are refusing because you've already decided what caring is for you? Everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. It's crazy when we like, this is how it works. Like, when we decide what caring is for us, we're not willing to receive it if it doesn't come in that form. And we're not even willing to ask, like, okay, how much of this is really caring and how much of this is really something else? Because everybody has a different way of showing how they care. Like, I remember I wanted to go for a trip and like it was gonna cost an X amount of money, and my husband like started throwing a fit around it, and I couldn't understand why, because I never asked him for money anyway, but he was just getting very pissy with me about having to choose that trip. And then, like, I had to like literally pocket for everything that was coming up in my universe. Everywhere I decided he wanted to control me, he didn't care what I liked, blah, 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 blah. And when I asked this question, okay, wait, what's really going on here? And I just realized that how shitty he's feeling that he cannot pay for my trip. And that is his way of showing that he cared, because he wanted to pay for my trip, but because he couldn't, it was coming out like this. So, like, what are you not willing to receive because you've already decided what it must look like? So all of that, can we please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, butt, buck, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And everything you've already judged them to be, like everybody you've already decided they don't care, so that they, no matter what they do, they can like lie down and go flat for you, lick the floor for you, buy the world for you. You will still say they don't care because that's what you've decided. Everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it?
Yes. Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, butt and buck, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
And don't lick the floor, please. Don't lick the floor.
Mommy, don't make them lick the floor.
And don't make anyone lick the floor. Okay.
Anyway, in times of Corona, I don't think we should be licking anything or anyone.
You can lick yourself. That's still allowed.
Oh my God, self-love has taken on a totally new flavor. Self-love.
Self-licking. Self-licking. Oh my
Everything.
God. Maybe our next topic is self-licking.
I like it. Awesome. How does it get any better than this, and what else is possible? Cool. We still have like a couple more hands raised.
Yes.
Okay, Anik, do you want to go? Anik?
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. I'm Anik from Indonesia.
Hi, Anik.
Yeah, maybe my question, your answer already in some of the question that you answer, but my question will be more like when should we really stop to ignore what people said? I mean, like I just want to left that environment, but I feel that I'm really not brave enough, and I'm very egoistic when I leave that environment that give me a negative perception about me, because usually I'm not like that. Usually I will face whatever people say about me because I'm confident enough, but there is a time when my energy like low because I have another problem personally with my family, and I need to put my energy to the problem of my family rather than facing this comment or whatever negative perception about me in my work environment. But then my boss said, don't leave, just stay with us because we still need you. But I said, I have no energy. So I'm confused because I know that actually I have to stay within the organization, but I want also to put my energy to my family more. So is it egoist that I left the organization and then put attention to my family? Because I know that life not just for the family, life
So,
also for
okay, so
a
Anik,
broader.
Anik, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So, are you judging your awareness and are you judging your choice right now?
Yes.
Okay, so
It seems.
everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
Right, wrong, good and bad, pug and pod, or 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
And also, are you aware that how much of this is also your awareness of how maybe others are judging you for choosing what you're choosing?
Because they don't want me to go. So I mean,
Whatever that is, for whatever reason they're judging you, would you be willing to acknowledge that they're judging you? And would you be willing to return it to sender, please?
yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, or 9 shots, boys and
That
beyond.
doesn't sound like the yes. It took you a little bit too long to answer yes.
Pardon, because it's not really clear here.
Cool. So, like you said, how do I ignore when judgments are, like when I'm in an environment where people are judging me? Ignoring is equal to avoiding. So running the clearing that Ryan gave will help you, because avoiding doesn't create more space. Agreeing doesn't create more space. Resisting doesn't create more space. Making it real doesn't create more space. What will create more space is if you can be an allowance of it. And one of that is interesting point of view. They have this interesting point of view about me. Interesting point of view. I have this interesting point of view about me. Oh, interesting point of view. I'm judging myself for choosing family over my work. Everything that is, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad. So instead of going into this whole rabbit hole of conclusions, what if you were willing to just ask a question? Okay, wait. What would create more? Right now, where is my energy required? How much ease can I have with this? And if you know something is going to create greater, are you willing to choose it even if the whole world judges you?
The answer is no. Let me answer that.
So how much?
Let me do the bad job, right?
So what do you love about choosing for everyone else and against you for all eternity? Everything that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
Right, wrong, good and bad, pug and pod, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
And also, like, how much significance, like, what do you love about, what do you hate about receiving judgments? Everything that is, could you please destroy and uncreate it all? Ryan started the call by saying judgments is not real. So imagine fighting an illusion. Like you're just fighting, resisting, avoiding something that does not exist. Like how much of your freaking energy is going into that? Everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all?
Right, wrong, good and bad, pug and pod, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Oh, let me do one clearing. This is from one of the previous foundation manual, I believe, from a few years ago. What have you made so vital, valuable, and real about judgment that keeps you from being what is real? I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
So you are real, judgment is not real. But if you make judgment real, you are not real. Everything that is times a gazillion will now destroy and create it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pug and pod, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What have you made so vital, valuable, and real about judgments that keeps you from being what is real? I think something that. Wait, you keep talking. I will find that clearing. Give me one moment.
I think it's also like that keeps you from true choice. everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong,
Right,
good, bad,
wrong, good, and
bad,
bad, hard and hard, unconscious wisdom. Yes.
when we make someone else's judgment about as real, then our choices are dependent on whether that will make them happy or not, whether they will judge us for it or not. Exactly what Ryan said about the whole avoidance thing, like, oh my god, what choice can I make so that people don't judge me, or people judge me as good, or people judge me as nice, and then that takes away my choice, that takes away the choice that will create greater, because it's so dependent on someone outside of me. So everywhere you're giving your power away to someone outside of you with the judgments you're refusing to receive. Can we please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad,
good, and bad, hard and
bad.
hard, unconscious wisdom. Yes. I found it. I found a different one actually, and it's equally as good. What have you made so vital, valuable, and real about judgment that keeps you from perceiving, knowing, and being and receiving what would change everything in your life? Hey, hey, hey. Do you want me to repeat that one more time?
Yes,
in
please.
English?
Yes, please. And
What have you made so...
maybe at a speed that Vinda will not kill you.
Yes,
Well,
slower, please.
she will kill us anyway. Forget about it. What have you made so vital, valuable, and real about judgment that keeps you from perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving what would change everything in your life? Everything that is times a gazillion, we are not destroying and create it all.
Oh, maybe Ryan, now is also the time to sort of give them that information that when we are willing to receive judgment, we actually make more money.
You just did.
And do you think Anik would like more money, or does she like just?
I think she loves judgment more. She likes being right. I think so. I could be wrong. Please prove me wrong. I would love to see you prove me wrong.
Come on, Anik, we double dare you.
we are just playing good cop and bad cop. Okay, so
cool.
I think we should rename this to the good cop bad cop show instead of.
I totally agree, and I really think that you and I should come into these calls with like a costume now. And a gun.
So, let's.
Okay,
we haven't
thank
cleared
you.
that yet. So let me clear that. We haven't cleared that yet. So what have you made so vital, valuable, and real about judgment that keeps you from perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving what would change everything in your life? Everything that is times a gazillion will now destroy and create it all.
Yes, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Are you good, Anik?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will listen to the recording again.
You're welcome. Okay, cool. Now we have, I think Geeta had her hand up as well. Geeta, do you want to go for it?
Hi, yeah. I think these people have already asked for me, and it's such an amazing call, judgment. What I was having for me here was like, when I am in company of certain people that I really like, after it gets to a place where it is just so good, I start rejecting myself and judging myself and make them so greater than me that I can never be like them. And I start creating a comfortable distance, and then I start creating incidents of agreements and disagreements and fights, and like, I wonder what that is, and why, when something is so wonderfully going on well, what is it that makes me withdraw from that space, and I create a separation from them, and then I break it, and I'm like, I'm happy, I'm better off alone, like, something like that.
So I do have a question for you. Are you doing that, or are you aware that they are doing it?
Oh my God, thank you for this, and I've been making myself so wrong for it all this while.
So everything that is, would you be willing to destroy, uncreate, and return it all to sender?
Yes.
Right.
Boys and beyond.
So true, Geeta. Are you a sexual healer?
Oh, big time. I'm all goosebumped in this moment right now.
Awesome. So would you just acknowledge that?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And all the oath, vows, fealties, communities, promises, binding and bonding contracts you have to heal all those people who can't receive this healing.
Yeah.
Would you be willing so that you can make yourself wrong because they can't receive it? Can we please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right, wrong,
Right
good
and
and bad,
wrong, good and
part of life, choice and beyond.
so. What would it be like if instead of like judging this capacity, you used it to your advantage? What if you were willing to sexually heal those people who paid you, or who could receive it, or it was fun to heal it, like who created greater in your space and in your universe? Would you be willing to have that instead of healing those that can't receive it, who don't really desire it, while pretending that they desire it? So all the oath vows, so once more, all the oath vows, fealties, communities, promises, binding and bonding contracts, soul contracts that you have to any of these beings and bodies to heal them from lifetimes, even if they can't receive it. Can you please revoke, recount, rescind, reclaim, renounce, destroy, and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys, and beyonds. So when they can't receive you, you reject you, and you judge you. So everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it?
Right, wrong, good and bad, how am I? 9 shots, boys, and beyonds.
There's so much charge to it,
Yeah. So maybe you just have to run this a little more and like just ask questions around this, and like, if it is with a specific person, maybe you want to start running it with that person a lot more.
We will get a recording of this call now.
Yes,
Sangeeta.
of course. You will get a recording of this. Ryan, Ryan, on an aside, are we recording this?
I think I heard the announcement. This meeting is being recorded when we start. So.
Yeah, it is being recorded.
Okay.
Awesome. So you will receive it. Thank you so much.
It will be on my YouTube. I will upload it to my YouTube. So then you will find, this is the 5th episode. Can you imagine we have been doing this for like 5 times? So,
I know, right? How does it get any better than this? And what else is possible with this that we can, we can't even imagine?
Yeah, so you can find all the previous one on my YouTube as well. So a lot of people answering us like, recording is on, guys. Don't worry. We were just kidding.
Yeah, actually, we are not worried. We were just having fun.
I will not judge me if I forgot to record. It's just for you to know.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
I want to.
So Ryan, actually, there is one more question in the chat that maybe we can take, and then maybe or maybe after what you say, what you have to say, and then it is already 1 hour. Yeah.
If I still remember. Okay, go ahead.
Cool. So the question is, I find that I judge my body a lot. So how do I stop doing that?
Where is the judgment? Where's the question? I don't.
It's right. It's by Usha Barwani, and she's saying sometimes we do judge our body. How to stop doing that?
Okay, let me tell you how to stop. Stop. Okay.
Do you know there was this very cute video on Stop that what do you call it? Blossom had posted once. Yeah, like, I mean, there's this whole scene about going to a psychiatrist, and that person is saying, but I always do this, I don't know how to stop. And the psychiatrist is saying, just stop it. And then he's like, yeah, but then, I do this, and then I do this, and then I go down this way. What do I do? But then he's like, just stop it. And then she goes, yeah, but then, and then he's like, just stop it. And then the whole video, he's just saying, stop it. So the answer to your question is, just stop.
You need to shout. Okay, like, stop. Okay, so let me play the bad cop part. Okay, so stop acting like something else controlling you. If you cannot stop that just because you don't want to stop that, you love your judgment. Do you get that? Stopping judgment is, there's no how. Whenever you look for the how, you just don't want. You just think you need to know how and the steps. You need to know the steps as your justification for not able to stop. Okay, should I say that like then
yes.
through? Like,
yes. One more time, please.
your need of the steps to do something or not do something is your justification of you not choosing it. So just stop.
Everything that brought up or let down in your universes, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, and beyond.
I'm actually curious. Will Vinta shout as well when I say stop?
I think so. Like
Okay.
when I know when I'm translating, I just get into the groove. So if like Dane is shouting, I just start shouting. And if Dane starts going, woo, I start doing woo. So it's like, I think Vinda's shouting as well.
Okay.
Vinda, let us know if you shouted.
There are a few things that, well, there are things that are really, that you have steps to take. You know, for example, like if you want to start an online business, if you want to start a real business, okay, there are steps that you take to actualize something. But for something like stop judging, there is no step, okay? The step is just one of the biggest lies that we have bought into.
So everything.
I'm done with my bad cop part for now.
Cool. And also, like, I mean, you know, it's like about being present. When you find yourself judging your body, like Ryan said, just stop it and ask another question instead. Because what you judge, it's like, when you judge your body, you are actually rejecting it. And when you reject something, you can't receive from it, which means you can never change it. So if you're really looking to change like those parts of your body or change something in your body, you have to first like be in allowance of it. And your body is an intelligent entity, which is like, which has a consciousness of its own. It is amazing. It's a gift. And if you would like communicate with it, ask questions of it, work with it, you can like, there is so much more that's possible with your body than you are even willing to know. So everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And really, your body is like a little puppy. It wants to give you everything you're asking for. So when you judge it, what do you think? What is that energy? And your body is just receiving that as an energy, and then it's giving you more of it, more of that. You will always have more of what you judge, and you will also have more of what you are grateful for. So now the choice is yours. Would you rather be grateful for your body, or would you rather judge your body? Everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock.
Right, wrong, good, and bad, pock, and pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds.
Yeah. Ooh. Hey, my God, this judgment itself can like come in like 3 series part, I think, or more.
Well, 300 series.
Absolutely.
No, it can be 5 minutes call. If you get that judgment is not real, 5 minutes is enough. If you keep thinking judgment is real, judgment affect you, you come up with different story every time, 300 series will not be enough.
Yeah. So everywhere we made judgment real, vital, solid, significant, that keeps us in the loop of always judging and never receiving, can we please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Right, wrong, good, and bad, pock, and pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds.
Awesome.
I just want to add something quick. It was actually the
thing you wanted to say before.
Yes. So we always put a lot of our attention on those people that like judge the most. So what if we start changing that? Those people that judge you the most, they don't deserve your attention. They don't deserve your energy. Okay. It doesn't mean you cut off your awareness about them or from them. It doesn't mean that you avoid them. That will be cutting off awareness. You still remain your awareness. You keep being aware of what they are doing, but don't give them the attention. Don't give them the reaction that they want. When they judge you, they are actually triggering your reaction. And the more reaction you give them, the more both of you are together playing the show. Okay? So everywhere that the most judgmental people always get the most from you. Wow. Ooh. Will you please destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pock and pot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So all the energy that you have put on those judgmental people to see how they are right, because whenever someone judges you, even though you know they are not right, you still have a little voice in your head like, maybe they are right. I need to see. Maybe they are really right. Okay, stop that. Okay, so everywhere that you have your energy with those people, trying to see how they might be right and how you might be wrong, or you try to change them. You try to change them so that they don't judge you. You try to make them less judgmental because you care about them. Stop that. Now, pull all your energy back. Okay, bring all this energy back to you so that you have this energy available for you to create more for you instead of wasting your energy on them, trying to change them, and they will never change. Okay, so everything that doesn't allow that, everywhere that you love wasting energy on them, will please destroy and create it all.
Absolutely. So everywhere you are trying to understand all the judgmental people in your world that keeps you standing under them, can you please destroy and create it all? Revoke, recast, and reclaim, renounce, renounce, destroy, and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Awesome. And like Ryan said, like, pull back all your energy and, you know, now use all that energy to create the life that you truly desire, and start asking, like, who can truly receive me? Who are the people who don't judge you that you've not been giving attention to, that you've not been receiving from? Because it's too easy. It's too easy. So everywhere you are not choosing ease because it feels like nothing, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all of that?
Right, wrong, good and bad, POD and POD, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. By the way, Gary did a call title, Ease is so hard. So
absolutely. So cool. That's so cool. Ease is so hard. How does it get any better than this, and what else is possible? Okay, guys, I know you guys have more questions, and you know what? This topic was so amazing that I'm sure Ryan and me are going to come up with a program for this, a clarity night or something, and we invite all of you. We will put the details up out there. And for now, we are top of the hour. We have to go. We're very sorry. I know you love us a lot. We love you a lot, but we will see you soon on another episode of Let's Talk About It, and on some programs that Ryan is doing individually, I'm doing individually, and those that we are also doing together. So how does it get any better than this, and what else is possible? We'll keep you posted. See you guys soon. Lots of love. And judgment is not real. Judgment is not real. Judgment is not real.
Stop it! Stop it!
Sangeeta,
Yes, yes.
Sangeeta,
Yes.
will you put the link, the one you said just now?
Yes, the Kryptonite. It's on Tour of Consciousness, Dr. Dean. If you will just type on YouTube, Dr. Dean, Tour of Consciousness, and just type Kryptonite, it will pop up. Okay? Okay, cool. And if you can't get it, those of you who know me, just reach out to me. I'll put it up I'll put it up where I share the pictures from this call on my Facebook. I'll just put it up there as well.
Sangeeta, do you have a group for chatting? Like we have WeChat in China. So do you have any group for chatting, like a community?
We do have all our groups in India are on WhatsApp, and I understand WhatsApp.
In WhatsApp?
Yeah. Do you have WhatsApp in China?
I can download one.
Okay. Cool.
Can you give me the number of the?
Yes. So will you reach out to me on Facebook so I can share my phone number, or should I just type it here on the chat? I'll just type it on the chat.
Okay. I'll search you on Facebook and talk to you privately.
Yeah. Here, I've anyway put it out there for everybody. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm publicly available. Ryan and me are public figures. You can reach out to us anytime.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. In China, if you cannot find Sangeeta, you know how to find me. You find me, you will find my partner in crime.
Okay.
Yes. Right. And for those of you in India who can't find Ryan, just find me, and you will find my partner in crime, the bad cop. I'm the good cop, right?
Yes. All right.
How does it get any better than this?
Thank you.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
bye-bye.
so much, guys. Thank you.